Hi there, welcome back to my channel. In these 4 videos, we are going to talk about the Chinese drama Justifiable Defense. So, let's begin. The story focuses on the investigation of a case in which Jiang Ting, a woman accused of killing her abusive husband, claims she acted in justifiable self-defense. Prosecutor Yuan and his young colleague Fang Lingyong uncover connections to a case from 14 years earlier involving a student, Li Mufeng, who was imprisoned for excessive self-defense. This series examines Article 20 of the Chinese Penal Code regarding justifiable defense, exploring the boundaries between legality and morality in a deep and human approach. From the beginning, you are thrown straight into the story with prosecutor Duan Hongshang's confession that he has killed someone. From there, a roller coaster of events and emotions begins. Essentially, there are 3 murders that are interconnected and tackled in parallel. So, we will begin with first murder. Jiang Ting kills her husband and the father of her child, Yuan, with whom she had been in a relationship since high school. But Yuan, being a troubled man, terrorized, beat and abused Jiang Ting. No longer able to endure the abuse, she initially decided to leave home without telling him and to file for divorce. But obviously, such a man couldn't let things go so easily. Jiang Ting is held by a former high school classmate she hasn't seen in many years, Mei Zhang. She lived just across from Jing Tiang's flat, directly facing her window. Somehow, the two devise a plan for when Yuan would eventually find Jiang Ting. For example, to install a surveillance camera to prove how dangerous Yuan truly was. One question that pops into our heads is why this former classmate, who Jiang Ting hadn't seen in the last 14 years, would help her. The answer lies in the past. Yuan initially had a crush on Mei Zhang and even confessed his feelings to her, but she rejected him. Clearly, Yuan couldn't handle the rejection and as a result began spreading false rumor about Mei Zhang in school, claiming she was promiscuous. So Mei Zhang had every reason to resent Yuan and to want to help Jiang Ting escape him. And Yuan was also the cause of the second murder in this story, which took place during high school 14 years ago. But let's return to the present day. Eventually, Yuan finds her and forces his way into her home. One thing leads to another and he begins beating Jiang Ting. In a moment of desperation, she grabs a knife and stabs him 7 times. Afterwards, she calms down and calls the police. And from the moment she ends up in prison, the central debate begins. Was this truly a cause of justifiable defense or not? Because when you stab someone 7 times without clear evidence, you can be accused of premeditated murder, which in a way somehow it was. This is precisely why Mei Zhang wanted to install cameras in Jiang Ting's apartment to prove that Yuan was a dangerous man. So yes, something premeditated did exist and Jiang Ting, being so traumatized, truly wished to kill him because she could no longer live in such horror and terror. Mei Zhang also went to the police to testify on Jiang Ting's behalf, saying she had seen the abuse, that all the neighbors had heard the screams, and that it was indeed a cause of justifiable defense. The prosecutor's problem was how such a tall and strong man could be stabbed by his small and fragile wife. The answer came from Mei Zhang. She was the one who distracted Yuan by shining a torch in his eyes, blinding him for a split second, giving Jiang Ting the chance to stab him. And yes, being traumatized, she couldn't stop at just one stab. She was afraid he might get up, being much stronger than her, so in her panic, she stabbed him 7 times until it was clear he wouldn't get back up. Now, in this series, the second murder, which occurred 14 years earlier, begins to be presented, a case that also revolves around justifiable defense. And one question that can be asked from the start is, if Jiang Ting secretly left home and told no one where she was going, how did Yuan find out where to come? Jiang Ting's case is initially handled by prosecutor Duan Hongshan, who, as the events unfold, being part of the murder number 3, ends up handing it over to another prosecutor, namely Fang Lingyong, who turns out to be none other than Jiang Ting's former high school classmate. And one might think, oh, clearly she'll help her. But no, because Jiang Ting used to bully Fang Lingyong in high school, not directly, but through her followers, her group, her friends. So things become very intense in this series, and at one point, as we see Jiang Ting's desperation when she finds out Fang Lingyong has taken over her case. But Fang Lingyong is the kind of prosecutors all prosecutors in the world should be, under any circumstances. She remained objective and presented the evidence with utmost seriousness and fairness, managing to overcome her own high school traumas. So this was the first murder in the Chinese drama Justifiable Self-Defense. Please tell me in the comments below if you think indeed this was self-defense or not. And see you for the second murder!